right, greetings, Internet Sojourners. Welcome back to the next episode of the MMocracy. So glad to be streaming for you guys tonight here on a Tuesday night. I hope the day has found you well. The day has found me well. And I'm going to get right to it. I'm going to show you guys exactly why the day has found me well. Because I am here back in Eastern Cabalus. I was out farming some bone chips real quick before the stream, as well as giving away some gear off to some newbies and just trying to clear up some bank space. And I'll show you why I needed to clear up some bank space. And I got to tell you, I'm pretty excited for this. So when we get around the corner here, I'm going to open up my bank. You guys are going to see something. Something quite amazing here. And what it is if you look, where is it at? Wait for it. Oh, there it is. So a couple things. First of all, Words of Collection Kaza. That is for the level 49 pet. Notice I got 2 of those. I found them on a vendor. Somebody absolutely unloaded on the Court Chronicler, the NPC in the Monk Guildmaster area. And Words of Obligation, which I found one of, and that is also for the level 49 pets. So, in order to research that pet, I want to say I need to be 184 research. So I'm going to pull that up on the wiki here and we're going to confirm that together. Because I want to make sure that I have myself set up for this so I don't accidentally lose that set of words. So I've got the wiki pulled up here, and the word that the spell that I'm looking for here is Invoke Death. Oh, wait. No. Oh, no. Okay, that's a funny moment. You guys saw me like, I could have swore that was for the 49 pet. Dang, I was so excited. Okay, that's embarrassing because that's live here on stream. I need Words of Requisition and Words of Acquisition, Biza, and for whatever reason I got mixed up. I thought I had Obligation and Collection. Or I thought I do have those words. I thought those words were for the level 49 pet. Dang it. Okay. Well, that's a bummer. Either way, we are going to get back at it because, yeah. What are you going to do? So I don't know why OBS is playing that noise when I didn't even use that transition. Is it going to do that every single time? Oh my gosh, that is so annoying. OBS is such a janky software. I'm not even using... Krupstar, thanks for the follow. I'm not even using... And there it plays it again. Oh, that's going to drive me crazy tonight. Okay, whatever. We'll work around it. So, yeah, I guess I don't have the level 49 pet. Oh well, it doesn't matter because we are going to the City of Mist where the level 49 pet spell does drop, or at least the research words do. So no worries there. And what we're going to do though before that is I am going to grab the... I did also get the words for DMF. Oh, hey, Kroopstar. Yeah, Kroopstar here whispered me as I was out in Field of Bone, and I told him I was going to be live, and now here he is. So that's awesome. So let me grab the words that I need. Also, somebody's whispering me for a bind. So I need words of burnishing here. And then I need words of the psyche, which I have here. And let me see if this person wants a bind. And we're going to also bring in some music. Right here should be that guy. Figure I'll help somebody out. Let's get some music going here. Yeah, welcome to the stream, Kroopstar. I appreciate your kind words of encouragement on the video. There we go. Boars is now bound to the area. Ooh, it feels so weird being in a group. I shouldn't have done that. You guys watched it. I'm no longer a solo self-found. I'm just kidding. I'm just going to grab like 2,000 plat out of the bank here. And I'm going to go run over to the Guildmaster and train up a ton of research. Troopstar says busted, yeah. It's going to cost a little bit to get that research skill up. I want you guys to let me know, how much do you think this research is going to cost? I am 145 currently. Groupstar says, I'm telling the Scarab right now about it. Spreading those, what is it? How do the kids say it these days? Spilling the tea. There we go. Speaking of tea, I have my Earl Grey. Love this stuff. Ooh, it's still too hot to drink. I was a little bit behind, even though I got on EQ a little bit early. I did the Cabalist 500, ran around, found a bunch of words that I thought I needed. But apparently I didn't. Neutral Rocket says, imagine failing SSF at the end. Mr. Best Friend gets busted in Shardock, grinding from level 59 to 60. He's like trying to be undercover. Somebody in the group's like, wait, I know you. Okay, we're gonna go to the Grandmaster Guildmaster. He's gonna be the one. And then we're gonna take a little poll here. Harbinger Glosk. Alright, my research is 145. It costs 24 per point. So what do you guys think for me to go to max skill? $145, 24 plat a point. I think I can go to like 169, somewhere in there. Maybe 174. At 24 plat a point right now, but I think it goes up by about a plat a piece. Neutral says 1,500 plat. I think you might be right. I think you're gonna be close. Let's find out. Here we go. I was at 2,100 plat. Oh my gosh, look at it just deleting that money. Just deleting cash. Oh, I'm at 180. It cost 1,300. I only have 4 more points to go, and it's 49 plat apiece. That's actually pretty encouraging. 184 is the max that you need for the level 49 research, and then now let's see. I have just enough words. Words of the Burnishing, Words of the Psyche. I'm going to just double check that real quick against the wiki here and make sure I'm not going to screw up really bad. Words of the Psyche, Words of Burnishing. Okay. Let's go ahead and drop those in there, and hopefully I don't fail this research because I really need Dead Man Floating. So go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and research this. Cue the drum roll. And oh, we got it. We got it. I finally have Dead Man Floating. Neutral Rockets gives the thumbs up. Croupstar says, I didn't know you could train it that high. I wish I didn't have to train it that high. Grimlust says, yo, good evening, sir. Grats on DMF. Thank you. That's a long time coming. Yeah, the words were on the vendors in that little middle island in West Cabalus. Right there at like the intersection, there's those guys in the middle. And now I can fly. I can float. Look at that. Lizards can fly. I feel magical. Get up on that building. Get. Yes. I am the new king of Cabalus. I thought about doing oh, what's up here? Get up on that rock. I thought about doing the skull cap. I think we'll save that for another stream because I'll do some like research and all that on not research in the game, but like research on the wiki to make sure I have everything, and I don't want to slow down right now. Kroopstar gives the the Italian hand signal. Neutral Rocket says, "Are you planning to do OT hammer?" I think so. I think I'll get one. Might as well. Oh yeah, now I can float gracefully above the. Uh-oh. Ooh, I barely made it. Blink. At least now I don't have to swim in that dirty water anymore. You guys know what the lizards do in that water, right? They fish out of it. What were you thinking? Were you guys thinking about something else? Shoot. Bad joke, I know, I'm sorry. Alright, let's get back over to the bank. Drop off the rest of my cash. Neutral Rocket says, can confirm possible at 51. Oh, you got the OT hammer at 51? Kroopstar says, what's next? SSF Velius only? We've talked about that a little bit on stream. There's a lot of different ideas kicking around. Let me just make sure I have everything I need. So I'm going to City of Mist. I've got bone chips. I've got food. I've got... Oh, I need to get water. Actually, not really. I got a lot of water. What else? I've actually got too much food and water. I got all this trail mix that the captain of the guard in Freeriona V gave me for handing in teeth. Oh, Neutral said something about that possibly messing with my Cabalist faction, and the guards are still regarding me as an ally, so no worries there. Ooh, that bobbing is going to drive me nuts. Kill that off. There we go. Those can go there. I don't have any more stacks of teeth, so I got to start a new teeth stack. So yeah, what we've talked about doing on here is possibly just doing a regular solo self-found run that just gives me more options to go to new places so you guys can watch and enjoy. Other than that, I've discussed the idea of an Otis-only SSF. Some people think that would be really boring. It probably would be, so I'm kind of shying away from that idea now. I thought about doing an Antonica only, but then at that point I've kind of been like, why not just do another SSF full world and then maybe focus on Velius? The possibilities are endless. And then the other idea is, or kind of my initial plan going into the year was doing a TLP in May when it comes out. So it's kind of a toss up. We are an MMocracy here, so I listen to your guys' input. Let's see, where's my pig parse? There it is. Okay, so we're gonna get on out to City of Mist. And when I get in there, I can either Fear Kite or I can Charm. I did just get Paralyzing Earth the other day as well. So that should help. I think we're going to try Charming first. Charming's just faster. It's more efficient. It's a little bit more risky. But if the more we kill, the more chances we get at new spells, and that's really what we need. We need new spells. But if Charming starts to be a pain, then I'll switch over to Fear Kiting. Now, hopefully, one thing that could kind of wreck my plans here is if I get out to City of Mist and there is a group at the arena. I might have to call an audible and go like run around and explore and find other stuff to kill. But that is the plan for tonight. And also, I made a couple new videos, one on Project Quorum and one on Monsters and Memories. If you guys want to check those out, they're on my YouTube. They're more like short podcast style videos where we would just discuss different topics. The first one was about the Mana Stone situation on Quorum, and then the second one is about some of the debate surrounding corpse runs in Monsters and Memories. Because there is a little bit of a debate going on, even though the devs have said we're leaving in corpse runs. Or at least there was a debate. Neutral Rocket says, losing all your spells for a corpse run sounds rough. Yeah, that's kind of what I talk about in the video, is like, what is that going to do for like endgame, really? Endgame is where that I think is going to be the most challenging. So imagine you're in a raid and your raid wipes. Nobody has their spells anymore. They can't like do summon corpse anymore. They can't do resurrection, all that. So like how would that work? I could see a few different things. One, players may park alts at a raid with books. They maybe have another guild master who or guild mate just teleport out there, run out there, and drop off books to people. I don't know. But basically, it all sounds like additional unnecessary steps that won't make the game any more fun. Neutral Rocket says you'd see corpse bodies everywhere. That's what I said in my video. Is will players like leave an insurance corpse at a zone line or something like that with a spell book on them? And once again, I feel like that's not like a fun. That mechanic doesn't add any value. So I wouldn't be surprised if they shifted direction on it, to be honest. All right, we're in Emerald Jungle, probably one of my least favorite zones, so I'm going to have to be very careful running through here on my way to City of Mist. I did do a little bit of exploration off stream. I was trying very hard to find a decent spot in Burning Wood. And I just couldn't find any good spots. There's too many roamers. It's not an enjoyable place to hunt. All right, let's get very carefully down here. Don't fall too far. Oh, oh, oh. There we go. Oh, neutral. Yeah, you are completely right, sir. When you live 50 plus levels without DMF, neutral said this is what DMF is for. Yeah, when you live 50 levels without DMF, old habits die hard. That's too funny. Research DMF and then fail to use it. I've never claimed to be an expert EQ player. In fact, quite the opposite. You guys teach me more than anything. I don't think I'm bad. I just have a tendency to forget stuff. Backseat gaming is allowed. See neutral rockets for lessons. Whoop. Okay, I thought that plant was C invis. Okay, we do have an undead up here. I'm gonna try to go around behind him. He's a green, so I'm not super scared, but I just don't want to deal with him. Especially if he knocks me out of invis and then I get chased by a raptor. Yeah, 9 levels to go. Can you guys believe that? Granted, they are the hardest levels, or the longest levels at least. Probably the longest and the hardest. But I remain hopeful that City of Mist will drop some of the spells that we're after. And that will improve the quality of life throughout the rest of this grind. And then I think, yeah, on Thursday stream, I'll go finish the skull caps. Because now I have really no excuse not to. I was really honestly surprised that I found those words. And then that was a little bit of a bummer that I thought the words on the Court Chronicler were the 49 words, but they were the 44 ones. Talk about an epic fail live on stream. Yeah, guys, I got the pet words. I'm going to research the pet next level. And then it's like, no, you're not. You can research your level 44 pet. All right, here we are, the City of Mist. Hopefully the moat is not camped and we can get us some good experience tonight. It's looking pretty busy in here, though. How many players? Oh, yeah, there's 20 players in zone. It's probably a guarantee that the moat is camped. Stables are camped. I hear some creepy crawly noises. Yep, the moat is camped. Ugh, gross. Okay, where do we go? Are they killing all this stuff too? There's a goo down there. I don't really know what else is around here. Maybe we can find a spot. I don't think anything paths around out here. Or sorry, when I was saying moat, I meant arena. Ooh. Those guys might get ticked off if I pull these. What's inside here? Oh, skeleton. Ah! And don't fail. Oof. It was like a 50-50 on whether or not I was going to have a undead or a non-undead, so that's why I just rolled with invis in there. Now let's see how many times it takes for them to leave me alone. Jerks. Bad on me for not having a steel skin up as well. Oh, you guys. Why don't you guys go back to your spot and forget about me? I feel like it's only a matter of time before I get a like a feign death fail. Okay, I think we got him this time. Okay, we got him shook. It only took like 4 or 5 feigns. I'm not going to throw Call of Bones on just yet. I do need a steel skin. Then I'm going to poke around a little bit more. It's kind of a bummer moat was or arena was camped, but I really had no expectations. Neutral Rocket says that sickening feeling when feign death fails and mobs are smacking you for hundreds. Yes, I know that feeling. Let's see. I'm going to put, I don't know why I haven't put Paralyzing Earth up yet. And I'm going to do an IVU. And I'm just going to go in there. And let's see what's inside there. Hopefully there's no goos. Alright, so there's these two. What's down there? No goo. There's a phantom there. And a greater plague bone there. This might be okay. I wonder if anybody paths through down here. We'll just chill here for a minute and see if they path. Ooh, something broke. Oh wait, never mind. I thought whenever you had IVU, you got the little parentheses as well, but you don't. And we'll get charm up. But I think these guys just stay put. And there's plenty of room down here to work with. I don't think 4 mobs is going to be enough, though, to like sustain me. I feel like I'm going to kill both of those pretty quick and then... Well, and shoot, the other thing is, I just thought of this. The undead are not really what I'm here for. We want to kill goos. Where am I? Oh. Okay, there's this building here. These guys are leaving this goo. Oh, there's two goos down there. That's kind of scary. Alright, what else is around here? So there's undead in that building. There's the arena, which these guys have probably got pretty well locked down. Actually, they're leaving spawns up. I'm a little bit confused by this. Are they like lower? Are they lower level? I guess I could just con them. Yeah, it looks like they're kind of lower level, so I'm wondering. I would figure a group this size would be able to pretty much clear that whole room. Oh. That guy's Redcon. I don't know if he's KOS or not, but I don't want to find out. And then it looks like this guy's down here. He's probably killing these golems. So I feel like there's two golems that spawn right here. And there's a few more right there. This is probably the moat area. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get by him, but what if we do this? I don't know. What do you guys think? Am I gonna fall in the water? It looks like there's a mix of undead and regular mobs. I don't know if I have the speed to make it across. Go. Get up. Get up. Nice. I feel like I've seen people, or no, I'm thinking of Cebalus. I've seen groups camp a spot like this in Cebalus. Okay, here's where we're going to use a age-old necro trick. And that is the X-ray vision. Make sure I'm not breaking invis at the wrong time. That was foolish. Okay, I see like a skeleton right there. What's inside here? What I'm trying to determine is, will an IVU keep me safe? I see a door there. What's through this wall? Can't really see. X-ray vision. Yeah, it's not working. Oh, okay, that door is not. I thought maybe that door was around the back of the building. Okay, this is risky, but we're gonna try it. So I just IVU'd. I'm gonna kill off DMF because the bobbing is gonna make me motion sick. Oh, you can't. You need a key. Oh shoot. That's bad. That's real bad. Oh, they saw me through the door. Or maybe when I clicked the door, did it break my IVU? I don't know. Oh my gosh. Terrifying. Hey, the good news is now that I'm 51, my feigned regen, health regen is actually pretty good. We're gonna do a few safety feigns here. I don't want to leave it up to chance. What's over there? Look at that statue. Okay, that should have him shook. Oh, shoot. Neutral says Rampart's free. I'm not sure. I'm kind of working my way that way, I think. I'm a little bit nervous to walk in front of that door. As well as these walls, just in case. You know how mobs are. They get weird, you know? They can see you through walls and stuff sometimes. So there's some undead here I can play with. I'm gonna see what this Pather does here. Actually, let's go a little bit further. Oh, you know what? Before I do this, psych, I'm going to steal skin again just in case. Alright, now we're gonna IVU. I'm gonna give it just a second just in case. Because you know how invis, you'll get a bad invis and 20, 30 seconds in, it's gonna be like, nope, I'm going away. Alright. Make sure there's nothing in the water that wants to kill me. Doesn't look like it. And we're just watching out now for golems as well. Yeah, like that. Invis is fading. Oh, are we back at... Where are we at? Are these the same guys, or am I in a different place? No, we're back at the same spot. What's going on here? They were like running around chasing this guy. So, Neutral, how do you get to the ramparts? You have to go back to the beginning of the zone? There's usually golems. Oh, there's the golems. Let's do a regular invis here. Oh, neutral says it's around the arena. Oh, what about this spot? Oh, shoot. She fell off the walkway there. I think I went here on the test server and oh, that scared me when I saw the text down here. I think I found like a named mob or something down here once. I wonder if I want IBU here. Oh yeah. Okay. There's 2 in there, and there's 1 in here. What's inside this building? I see like there's a guy up there. How do you get in there? How am I supposed to get that guy? So neutral says around the arena. It does appear that that's probably the best spot. Back that way. I saw somebody running at Bard speed towards me. Should I be scared? Yeah, it doesn't appear like there's really a singular good spot. I guess we could try this building for now, because it seems a little bit safer than out there. I can charm these guys against each other. I can charm these guys against each other. And I don't think there's any pathers that come through here. This zone has a really long respawn timer though, doesn't it? Yeah, the arena is the best because those goos can drop the level 40 or 50 plus spells. But I'm assuming that it's probably not very common to come here and find that the arena is not camped. Make sure those guys don't aggro me from down here. Oh, I can't hit him with... I can't hit him with charm. There we go. I found the sweet spot. Let's see, it's a blue versus a blue. I will say charming at the arena is a little bit weird because the undead are all lower level than the slimes. So it's really hard to keep them like close in health. Man, having Paralyzing Earth is so nice too. Everblaze says that's a great spot. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. This doesn't look too bad. Looks like my pet is pulling ahead a little bit. I need to keep him even. So I'm telling my pet to sit down. Sit down and get punched. I'm actually going to release my pet so I can get full experience for this. Yeah, those roots. I was using the old, like, crappy root, and it would break so much. Alright, should be close. Don't kill him, though. Okay. No, stop. Okay. No, don't. Oh. Good job, pet. I'm proud of you. Oh my gosh. So the enemy punched me because he was rooted right there, and I forgot that would get my get my pet involved. Oh well. I was trying to release them so I could get full experience. This pet was dutiful till the end. Yeah, this isn't a bad spot. Oh my gosh, this, yeah, Paralyzing Earth is so nice. Another Words of Descrying. Not bad, not bad. Is this where I have to start waking up at like 2 a.m. to get the arena to myself so I can get my level 50 spells? So I found two different spots that have my level 50 spells. One is the arena that I can do right now. One is the arena here in City of Mist, and the other one is Burning Woods Giant Fort. And both of those, every time I go there, it seems like there's a group there. So Everblaze asked earlier what my plans were for after Mr. Best Friend is done. And I will say that if I do another SSF, I will almost certainly do it on P99 Blue because there's less people. That way, hopefully, some of the camps that I need, I don't have to deal with other people. Also, I got another evocation level up there. 198 in evocation. Neutral Rockets remembers when the evocation was like 80. And I would fizzle and then die because I ran out of mana. Back in the Dalnir days. Alright, let's see if we can get him. We can. Neutral Rocket says the many embarrassing ways to die in EQ. I feel like I've checked just about all those boxes. I feel like there's not too many left for me to scratch off the bucket list. You guys get it? Bucket list? Die? No? Okay. So one thing I'm thinking though is that the respawn timers here are really long, like 21 minutes. So I'm gonna have to leave this building if I want to continue to get experience. Let's see if we can successfully execute a charm break here, though. Neutral Rocket says, I think access to ramparts is in the northeast building. Yeah, maybe we'll check that out. These two are staying pretty close. Just going to try to get them both to about 10%. And actually, my pet's the one that's dying. Okay, get back, pet, get back. I don't want him to kill you. I want me to kill you. And hopefully root holds. There we go. I love how rooted mobs like turn towards you the whole time, like they're just so angry. There we go. That's money there. That was 1%. And some bone chips. Yeah, if these respawn in like 6 minutes, this would be perfect. Neutral Rocket says, but I do know the AFK spot on top of Arena is safe, and now you have DMF, so it's feasible. Okay, that retconned undead guy is casting a spell. I don't know if I should be worried about that. Not because I think he's aggroed on me, but because if that group aggroed him, does he have like AoEs? Is he going to go crazy? Yeah, if there was like 2 more groups of mobs in here, this would be perfect. Neutral Rocket says can probably summon. Do you know a summoning? Well, I wouldn't have done anything to get on his aggro table, I would think. Or will summoning mobs just go nuts and start summoning everybody because they're angry? Neutral Rocket says it happened to me the first time in Howling Stones and it scared the crap out of me. Okay, my OBS is being weird. Let me adjust something here real quick. I hate troubleshooting on stream, but I also don't want I thought I had this problem licked, but apparently not. Okay. And Neutral said northeast. Wait, that is the... Oh no, that's west. So that's east. Northeast would be what, this way? I don't see a building. Oh, I do see those. Dude, what is that? What's going on there? Well, Neutral says behind that wall. Yeah, but what is... Why are there so many goos up there? And it looks like I won't be using Invis versus Undead. I'll need... Oh, shoot. Don't look the golems in the eyes. It makes them angry. Okay, we have invis. How do I get up there? Oh, there's another goo up there. Are you talking about this? Inside. Neutral says, oh, look at that. This is that area down below that monk was fighting in. So I need to go inside this building? Oh my gosh, look at that. The goo's up there crawling around. That's so scary. Oh shoot. Yeah, that's so weird. My it's doing that thing it was doing like a couple weeks ago, and I turned the frame rate down on EQ and it seemed like it had it licked, but now it's doing it again where occasionally the frame rate just gets really weird. You guys probably don't notice it as much as I do. And I have yet to figure out what causes it. Okay, so we need to get up there. There's a ramp that goes into that wall. Right now we're currently IVU'd, so we just need to be careful. And then neutral says go inside here. Can we x-ray through the wall? I want to know what's on the other side of this wall. Okay. Currently we're IVU'd. I hear the sounds of ghostly figures. Oh, there's a person up here. Okay, that solves that mystery. We need to get up there. It looks like this building gets a little bit bigger. Oh wait, what is she doing? Teach me the ways. Oh, she's like mezzing or lulling them. Okay. Oh, whoops. Well, I promise you we're going to succeed at Super Mario Quest. So she jumped. Did she jump off of this thing? Uh-oh. IVU's running out. Oh yeah, there's like regular and undead mobs. Okay, so she jumped to right there. Oh shoot. Now we have a golem down there, so if I fail to jump, we're gonna fall down on that golem. And then there's like a ton of guys up there. Maybe Chuk Norris here will kill that other guy. Imagine being a human monk right now. I kind of feel bad for him. The only other thing I could think is I could try to lull this guy and then go into regular invis. But then the issue is as soon as I jump up there, I think she just jumped. Neutral, I think I saw her just like jump from right here. This is kind of crazy because there's regular mobs and undead mobs, so I can't be invis to both at the same time. Neutral says that doesn't seem possible. What's like the right way to get up there? Like the game designers couldn't have imagined that people would do this, right? Is there like an invisible wall or something? Neutral asks, does DMF get you any higher? It could. Well, it looks like getting up there is going to be kind of a fool's errand. And the rest of this place is pretty well picked over. Don't come to City of Mist on during peak hours. Apparently, that's the message that the game is sending me right now. You got to come at like, I think last time I was here was like a Sunday at noon or something. There was nobody here. Everblaze says, I think she was timing her jump with a Pather. Yeah, she also lulled a bunch of stuff up there too. I can only lull undead. I can't lull the golems. Here we got some phantoms. But I think, isn't there golems? Oh, it's so dark. I guess we can fight these two against each other. Everblaze says, I don't think you'll be able to get up there without going through the locked door with those golems. There may be goos in the stable area. I can check the stable again, but I did check it a little bit earlier. And there was a lot of players there. So I may just have to kind of roam around. That's bad. Oh, goodness. And Root, for some reason, Root wore off right as Charm wore off. Look at that. Paralyzing Earth, Charm. That's silliness. I had just rerouted that guy. That route was supposed to have like 2 minutes on it. At least I didn't die. Let's see. I'm gonna let him reset. We have a good line of sight so we can see if they come running. Oh my, look at that. No safety feigns? What is this? Actually, I need that. I need Collarbones up. Well, we've only been playing for an hour, and we've gotten 2% of the levels, so I would say we're probably right on track to finish sometime in the next decade. Everblaze says, sorry, I had a toddler wake up and miss part of it. No worries. I totally understand that. I used to play EQ with young kids around, and yeah, you would constantly have to attend to them. So it's like good to play a character that can invis or feign. Feign is the best. So I'll get a little bit of mana and health back here, and then we'll go for these guys. Again, that was just the RNG that we love so much in this game. Charm and root breaking probably right about the same time. I feel like they almost do it on purpose. Like this game just is programmed to make you fail. We do have another option. I just thought of this. There is that tunnel in Trakanon's Teeth. How much time do I have? I'm gonna go check that out. Because I'm not really getting anything done here, and it's not panning out just how I kind of wanted it to, so. And I think we can get. Actually, I don't know if we can get level 40 plus spells there or not, or 50 plus. But maybe we can get some experience. Everblaze says this will be good. Oh, there we go. I was like, where am I? Yeah, I'm thinking maybe we'll get some good experience down in that tunnel as long as Charm holds. Everblaze says that's a scary tunnel. Do you know the one I'm talking about? It's in Trakanon's Teeth, and there's 4 undead specters in there. Let me just get my pig parse map up here. Neutral says, man, TT is a tough zone. I did my Seb key last night. Yeah. TT is it's a little bit scary. All these zones are, man, like all these trees. It's like nighttime, you can't see even with shadow sight on, and all these trees. And then there's C invis mobs, there's undead mobs. It's like they designed Kunark to be just absolutely brutal. Everblaze says, oh, I was thinking of the cave with all the flying monsters. You talking about down here with the flying sperm monsters? The ASAG, welcome back to the stream. Good to see you. He says Kunark is scary in general. Yeah, Kunark is a harsh land. But I'm not going to give up. We are going to go all the way. 9 levels to go. And Viz is wearing off. I really like the idea that Variant had when they designed Kunark, though, that it could be done levels 1 to 60. You don't see a lot of MMOs that do that anymore. Like most MMOs, all they do is add 10 levels to the top of wherever you're at, 10 more levels to max, and just add the content on the back end. And it trivializes the game world prior to that content era. And I don't think that's a good design. I think this is a better design. I think it's cool that they have 2 expansions, Kunark and Velius, that you can go to at almost any level range. It adds so much more depth to the game. What the hell is that? Oh, it's a flower. Everblaze says, those are exactly the mobs I am thinking. Aren't they in the zone to Swamp of No Hope? Oh yeah, they are flying. You're talking about the flying undead, or you're talking about the sperm monsters. Those are all over. There's sperm monsters in down near. What was that? There's something like flying up a tree. I love how mobs don't have to obey the law of gravity either. Like they can walk directly up a tree. I heard somebody casting and it scared me. Okay, it's just a guy fighting a skeleton. There we go. There's Trakanon's teeth. Neutral Rocket says Mr. Best Friend has one of those sperm monsters as a pet in his basement. But I won't tell you how it got there. Oh, that's cool. Pig Parse is crashing. It's not like I needed the map. Yeah, if you ask Mr. Best Friend about his pet in his basement, he'll say something like,
what an XR does in private is his own business. What does it matter to you guys? Don't you worry about my sperm monster. Don't ask me what I feed it.
I think this is the way I'm supposed to be going. There should be like a tunnel down here somewhere. Man, this place is scary. It's like dark and it's rainy. There's like a ghost or something over there. Spectral Keeper. Everblaze says, I looked it up and apparently that NPC is called a Devourer, and they're on the other side of the zone line in that cave between Trachodon's Teeth and Swamp of No Hope. Interesting. I'm actually right by that cave, and I've never gone through it before. I wonder if I could solo at this level Grick the Exiled. He's usually permacamped as well. Yeah, I think that cave is like right over here on my right. Yeah, it is. Yeah, this is the cave that Everblaze is talking about. This goes to Swamp of No Hope. ASAG says you can easily solo Grick. He only has 2,500 HP. We're going. Let's go see if he's camped. Probably not going to drop anything good, but he'll at least feed the experience bar. Oh, this is such a nasty cave. This looks like Gollum's cave. It would be cool if I went into this cave and I found a ring that could turn me invisible, but I already have a circlet that does that. Oh, how did I... I was not in water, and then I zoned in and I'm in water. Oh, and it's so dark. Where am I? Okay, let's check the who list. Maybe I just ask for a quick camp check and see if they're camping Grick. They are camping Grick. Okay. I'm not frustrated at all, guys. I like when I play for a couple hours and get 2% experience. At least I haven't died yet. Yeah, if I do another solo self-found, I'm rolling on blue. I don't think that's going to mitigate things like Grick or, you know, some of the heavier like populated camps. But I feel like in general I would just deal with far less people. You guys know me. My favorite zone in the whole game is down here because I spent probably 40 hours there and I saw people like twice. Down here is the best kept secret in EverQuest. Neutral says it happens to me all the time. Yeah, no, I get it. I'm not actually that frustrated. Mildly annoyed. It's probably the right term. It's funny because yeah, but you guys feel free to make fun of me, and if you're watching it on YouTube, feel free to throw rocks at me because I'm playing an MMO. I'm online playing an MMO and I'm complaining about there being people, so yes, feel free to flame away. Alright, that tunnel's not far from here, though. Now, if there are people in this tunnel, I think I have a spare keyboard I can break. Yep, right there. I don't know, we're an MMocracy. What do you guys think? The headset or the keyboard? I've seen videos of both. Streamers that rage out and destroy their own stuff because they can't control their emotions. The ASAG says the spectral camps near the EJ zone line are good XP at 51 and easy for Necro. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm actually going to do right now, so similar, but I do appreciate the tip. Just a little bit further down here, we got to go around this, like, this corner up here, and then we'll be pretty close. At least the zone wall is safe. Unlike some zones. Man, Burning Woods, in Burning Woods, guys, like the mobs path right up to the zone wall. They do not care. It's freaking terrifying. It's kind of like Swamp of No Hope, where there's really not a single safe spot. I found one decent spot to fear kite, but you only saw a mob like once every 5 minutes there. So I didn't stay. And half the mobs that did come by, of the few mobs that did walk through there, most were Sarnax. And I'm trying not to kill those Sarnax, so I can keep my rep with them, because eventually I'm going to go turn in all those goblin skins that I got in Droga. And try to get that really good Sarnak ring. The, oh shoot, what is it called? Whatever, the ring you get from being friendly with the Sarnax. Something Signet of Service or whatever. Alright, at long last we have made it. And in here, as long as it isn't camped. No, it's not. I hear the ghost. You guys hear him? So there's a keeper. There should just be one in each room. And I think, how did I do this last time? I think I charmed one last time, but then it was breaking so much. Maybe I can grab this one from around the corner. Actually, right here. This is the spot, because then that guy won't see me. Alright. We should be able to just charm that guy. And then we'll fight him against the other guy. But the thing that's scary about these is they are casters. So I gotta be mindful of that. Alright. Wish me luck. Here we go. What are you doing, bro? Don't you tell me you're casting on me. There we go. Okay. Now go fight him. Oh, they're casting on each other. It's like a wizard duel. It's like Harry Potter with ghosts. Only they're lizards. And it's not a castle full of cool paintings. It's a really gross smelling tunnel. Look at them go, though. They're like nuking each other. At least it's entertaining to watch. Oh, it's really going to stink, though, if Charm breaks, because they're both going to cast on me. Okay, what happens when I go to Charm break? Are they going to, like... I guess we're going to find out here in a second. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Charm broke. Ouch. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's gonna cast on me. He's gonna chain cast. Oh. Oh my. Fane. How do we get out of here? Oh no, we're in a bad spot. Like, I kind of panicked and feigned because I was like, if one more nuke and I'm done. Alright, guys. Time to take a vote. Headset or the keyboard? This is going to be a really long This is going to be like a really long sit on the ground thing. So what do you guys want to talk about? Because I'm going to be feigned for a long time. The only thing I could think is, can I pop up? Can I pop up and ST him? I've got 300 health. Good golly, that guy nuked me. How much did he nuke me for? It was only 263. My drained soul got interrupted. Not only can he nuke the crap out of you. Oh yeah, he hit me for another 216 here. And then on top of that, 74, 79, and 83. So ASAG, when you say these are easy for Necro, what am I doing wrong? Because these guys seem to put out some serious damage. Neutral says, dang those casters. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering, like, I was hoping this would be like the sweet spot to get some experience, but man. Everblaze says, what's faster, cast time, ST, or PE? PE is 2.5. ST is 2.5. ASAC says, I always root rot them and get out of line of sight so they can't cast on me. Does that work? I feel like I get nuked through walls a lot. ASAC says, I don't charm a pet. Yeah, that's fair. I could try not charming him. Oh, great. He's even closer to me now that ASAC says it definitely works on the ones by the EJ zone line because I was doing that last night. So here's my concern is, what if this guy is clearly gonna attack me? What if this guy over here is also still aggro after I stand up? This could be a death moment. You guys might be watching a death in the making. Luckily, I have the level 51 regen, so the health is coming back a lot faster. Everblaze says, ST, harm shield, run out, and jump down an FD. Good idea. I think I may... Oh, wait. I was going to say I may harm shield first, but then I won't be able to ST. So yeah, I think you're onto something, Everblaze. Thank you. Yep, I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna ST. Harm shield will go off pretty quick, and then I can just start running and hopefully get a feint off before they catch up to me. I'm actually not super optimistic that the one over there has forgotten about me because enemies just do not seem to forget about you anymore. It seems to take like 3 or 4 feints before they're like, I give up. Okay, we're not going to have to wait too much longer because, like I said, that level 51 regen is super nice. Hopefully we don't die and lose it because I only have 9% towards the levels, so... Ugh. And then, yeah, we can try... okay, neutral rockets. Neutral says the nuke will hit you behind the wall if they have already started casting it before you go out of sight. Now that makes sense. I thought it was if you broke line of sight they couldn't cast. So now I understand it a little bit better. Okay. All right, we're going to get this. I'm optimistic. So we're going to pop up Screaming Terror. Hopefully he casts. Ooh, we could wait for him to do that. We could wait for him to go mid-cast on like a damage shield. Oh, that was a terrible time for my shielding spell to fall off. I suck at this game. I should have rebuffed way before I even went in there. Neutral says wait for him to get fully buffed. That's fine. That's just it's a damage shield. I'm not going to be meleeing. I feel like that'll give me more of a chance to be able to get an ST off. What I don't know is how long am I going to have to wait for him to do that again. Because worst case scenario, as soon as I pop up, both of them are going to aggro. This is worst case. And he's going to just start meleeing and interrupt my ST. Everblaze says that'll be tricky. He'll probably start casting as soon as you do when you pop up. I think he's going to melee. Neutral says ST should be quicker. I think he's going to melee. And when he does, it'll interrupt ST. That's like the worst case scenario. All right, I'm at full health, but I'm going to wait a little bit longer and see if he does that that damage shield. It was a quick cast, but if it even gives me just a second of lead time, it could save us. Everblaze says when you pop up, then back up to the corner, so if he does hit and bash you, there's no player movement. Yeah, we're pretty close. Come on, man, do your thing. There we go. Alright, that guy's not even aggro. Whew. Whew. We got kind of lucky there. Because if that other guy was aggro, that I would have popped Harm Shield as soon as I saw him start casting. Neutral says easy. Okay. One more safety feign. I didn't see him. Well, he wouldn't cast on me because I'm out of line of sight. Actually, I'm not going to mess with the camera. It's like too unwieldy to try to like mess with this camera while you're getting nuked and beaten on. I know the last time this happened, they like followed me through the walls. Okay. We need all the bones, then we're going to rebuff. I can't believe we survived. I saw that health bar turn red when he nuked me, and my drain spirit got interrupted, and I was like, "Ooh, this is real bad." I was like, one more nuke and I'm probably done. Between that and getting beat on for 74 a melee swing. Alright, what? We can load up some dots if we're not going to charm. Everblaze says I gotta get going, but I bet their aggro range is smaller than you think. I think this area is pretty safe. Yeah, I'm gonna keep plugging away at it. I'm gonna try to make this work. Although sometimes you have to wonder if there's like the reason why there's nobody here is because it's not a good spot to level. But like the ASAG said, he did the ones by the EJ zone line. And push come to shove, we can also try out there, but I do wonder if there's the ASAG, if you're still here, are there a lot of roaming mobs out there near the EJ zone line, or is it kind of safe from roamers? I just like this area, like the aesthetics and the fact that it's like this little tunnel. ASAG says it's very safe. Okay. Neutral asks, are the EJ zone line ones melee? I don't think they are. I think they're spectral keepers as well. ASAG says there are champions at one of the camps. Ooh. I gotta find that. The champions are melee. Uh, okay, those are all near the EJ zone line as well. Everblaze asks, what about all the undead mobs by OS? The only OS I know is Obsidian Sanctum from Old Seb. Okay. Yeah, these are all good ideas. No, I appreciate it. And ASAG, yeah, I appreciate it, man. ASAG said you play what is comfortable for you, man. I don't want to get you killed. No, it's all good. I appreciate all the advice and the different ideas. We'll give this a shot. If this doesn't work, we can try the EJ zone line area, and if that doesn't work, we can try Old Seb. There is TD Raptors. Like we do have options. There's plenty of options. TD Raptors might actually be good for the spells. Those guys will drop level 50 plus spells. I would love to get the level 49 pet. Alright. Okay, he's casting something on me. I need to get some dots on him. Oh, he's rooting me. Oh, no. Oh, this is... Oh. Oh, now I'm rooted in his line of sight. Oh, now he's... What's he doing? Is he about to break my FD? No, he buffed himself. Neutral says, problem with Raptors is the HP. You need to find Splurt. It's like, you've got to find Splurt to have the ability to kill the mobs that drop Splurt. No, I get it. That's why that's why my plan was City of Mist. I didn't know they were gonna root. I should have known that because these guys are wizards. Neutral says, yeah, charm is the way. Yeah, but when charm breaks and you've got two of them trying to nuke you. Two nukes from these guys and I'm done. And Neutral says, but this sucks. I agree. This is like... Oh, he forgot. I'm hurt a little bit. Neutral says wizards, yeah. Let's go check near the EJ zone line. Maybe there's some... If there's like a... Oh, shoot. That hurt. Maybe there's like a camp full of champions. These guys have a 6-minute, or this zone has a 6-minute timer, so like I just need probably 4 mobs. I don't need many, especially without Lich. Yeah, these guys have some nasty nasty spells that I don't know if I'm equipped to deal with this. Maybe with Splurt, if I had Splurt, I could like get a Splurt on him and then just hide out of line of sight. And drop an allure on myself so I at least regen a little bit while I'm running. This is the fun of solo self-found Kunark only right here. You're like freaking Goldilocks. This porridge is too hot. It nukes and roots me. And this porridge is too cold. Because there's too many players here. Now we gotta find the porridge that's just right. The ASAG says, problem is both keepers and champions can spawn. Ah, okay. I was thinking maybe there was one that just had champions and we could get away with charming them against each other. We could go kill gorillas. There's always gorillas. I have Paralyzing Earth now. Honestly, I think the big issue that I had with the gorillas was that root broke too much. Neutral Rocket says, and the caster nukes break root. Yeah, that's right. So you go charm them against each other and then root's gonna break. Yeah, the other kind of consideration is, so I do all this stuff live on stream, right? And what I don't want to do is like log in, start streaming while I sit and like wait for a camp to open up, because I just think that's like incredibly bad content. That's why you guys see me poking around trying to find different places that are off the beaten path. But it's all going to be trial and error, really. I'm not deterred. Like, we're going to have to just keep trying to find keep finding new places, keep adapting. Tapples, welcome to the stream. Tapples asks, how do you get such smooth frames? Well, hopefully it's showing pretty smooth for you guys. I have had a few frame issues because of something with OBS, but if I wasn't running OBS, it would be perfectly smooth. And essentially how you do it is there's two things. Go get you a copy of WinEQ2, It should be, it's like a free program now. I think it's not supported anymore, but it works for P99. Install WinEQ2 and set it up, and that should fix a lot of your frame and crash issues if you're playing on the regular Titanium client. And then the other thing is when you launch EQ, you got to go hit Control-Alt-Delete, open the task manager, right-click your EQ executable and click Go to Details. Then you right-click the EQ in the Details tab, and you click Set Affinity, and you make sure that all 4 or 8, however many cores your processor has, are selected. That's what fixed all the tree frame rate issues that I had, because the Titanium client doesn't automatically recognize that you have a quad core or a 8 core or whatever processor. And I think, if I remember right, there's actually might be an option in WinEQ2 as well to make it always do that. Because I feel like I found that, and the last few times I've tried to go in and set the affinity, it's already set for me. Neutral Rocket says, did they even have cores back in 2000? So funny story. EQ2 was designed around the philosophy that people would be on like a single core 12 gigahertz processor. That's why it runs like crap even now, even with like really great computers. I'll type it out real quick. Tapples. There you go. Yeah, no problem. I used to really struggle with that, man, so I don't mind helping out at all because uh, it would drive me insane that you have like a modern computer that should be able to run this game and it runs like crap because of these trees. And the reason being is that your computer is not sharing the load across all the cores of your processor. And I would be like, why is this running terribly? And then as soon as you check those boxes, if you're in like Emerald Jungle or wherever, you're going to notice that the frames like immediately get better. I don't think they're perfect right now. Like it looks like there's a little bit of a slowdown. Medic Gaming, welcome back to the stream. Medic asked, does this help the crashing randomly due to reset device? So the way to fix the crashing with the reset device and crashing whenever like something steals the focus, like if you have a program that pops up in the middle of you playing and then you crash, that'll all get fixed by that'll get fixed by your WinEQ2. Neutral Rocket says, could it be because OBS is hogging the primary CPU core? So I was looking at it earlier, and my OBS is only using like 10% of the CPU. So I think there's a bottleneck somewhere, and I'm still trying to figure it out. And I also have OBS set to NVENC encoding, which is basically using your GPU. And I thought I had it fixed whenever I set the frame rate here to like 60 versus like 100. But I don't know. It started doing it again tonight, and I'm like, what? Why is it doing it again? It was not doing it for the last 3 or 4 streams. And it just happens like randomly too. And there's no really rhyme or reason why it does it. I just kind of chalk it up to streaming a very old game. There's going to be some idiosyncrasies. Neutral says only when OBS is running, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's only when OBS is running. So there's something that's like causing a bottleneck. And I don't know what it is. Because for like 99.9% of the time, OBS runs and EQ runs perfectly, and then it'll just randomly just get like choppy only on the game. It doesn't drop frames in OBS. That's why it's a mystery to me. I'm wondering if it's like a spell effect, because it seems to happen more often with spell effects. Oh yeah, there it just did it. You guys see it? I don't understand it. Neutral Rocket says GoFundMe second streaming computer. That's the plan. I've been putting money aside for it. But like OBS didn't drop any frames there. So I don't know. Yeah, I plan to build a new PC sometime this year. Ugh, it's like motion sickness getting up off those stairs. All right, back to the gorillas. Gotta watch out for that really fast shaman gorilla. He's a butthead.
I hate that guy.
Neutral asks, are these still blue? I don't know. Let's find out. That's a frenzy gorilla. We're looking for the... Yeah, they are. Oh, wait, that's the tainted gorilla. We don't want to kill him. Or if we do kill him, we want to kill him, like, away from everybody else. Yeah, the totterings are green. Ugh. Neutral says, yeah, this is a tough level. Yeah, I think so. The strategy is just find something that works and knuckle under and get it done, and try to get some spells while I'm at it. Because yeah, these are green now. I need something to pull with. I don't want to pull with like a big nuke. Just grab this shock of poison. Yeah, they are. They're both greens, so they're definitely leveling out. And last time I did this, this hill was decently safe. The only thing that happened was the there was like a, oh, you jerk. There was like a shaman that would come running through here. But I guess we can try to knuckle under here because this really isn't, this is not a dangerous spot. I just got frustrated with it because I had the crappy route and it wasn't holding, and then things were constantly running after me. Neutral Rocket says with PE it's pretty safe to do 2v1. Yeah, that's a good point. I could go grab like another one. Is this the spot you, when you were doing this, is this the spot you were doing it in, or were you like further up that way or down that way? It seems like I have to run a lot to find gorillas. Neutral says this is the spot. Okay. Neutral says I think I got confident enough to be next to the cliff. Yeah, I'm thinking that might be the move because there's plenty more mobs over there. And yeah, you just deal with the ads. All right, we got a break here soon. Yeah. We got 55 seconds on Paralyzing Earth. Should be all right. Oh, he's running. That's perfect. So there's one. I mean, that put me from 9% to 10%, so that's really not bad. Neutral says when it's 2v1, just make sure they're both rooted next to each other. So when you break charm and kill pet, you can just charm the next one straight away. So yeah, this could be, it's gonna be slower, but this could be an option. But it is 9:29, which means it is time for me to call it quits for the night. So tonight, yeah, we tried out City of Mist. That was kind of a bust. We tried out Trakanon's Teeth. That was a bust too. We killed 2 gorillas, so hey, it's a win. We got 3% towards the next level. We'll get it better on the next one. So with that